Good. I just turned this one on.
I think that's what most people are tonight, is the live stream. Right, they don't get you.
Okay, welcome and Shabbat Shalom, everyone. For those who braved the bad weather to come in here tonight, and for those who are watching on our live stream, I'm Stan Foyer, and I'm going to be leading the service tonight while Rabbi Ahuva Zaks is absent. We're going to use the service Shabbat of Generations, and we're going to start with Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, Hine Matov, la 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 la. Hine Matov, Hine Matov, la 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 la. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. I am Israel. All the generations before exist within me. All are present at this moment. Dwellers in tents and tenements, weavers, tailors, bankers, physicians, beggars dozing in a sunny corner, fruit sellers freezing in the market square, mothers and fathers in a tangled chain, all those who studied the Torah, all those who settled the land, all those who were crammed into steerage, who broke the glass and circumcised their sons, 600,000 who stood at Sinai, 6 million souls who perished, Abraham, my father, Sarah, my mother, Joseph, my brother, Miriam, my sister, Moses, my teacher. Their voices speak in me. I am Israel. How difficult for me is Hebrew, even the Hebrew for mother, for bread, for son, is foreign. How far have I been exiled, Zion? I have learned that the Hebrew blessing before eating bread, is there no blessing before eating Hebrew? My thoughts have become like the ancient Hebrew in two tenses only, past and future. I was and I shall be with you. And if you join me on the bottom of page 2 for the singing of Yedi Nefesh. The words for that come from the Song of Songs, the Song of Solomon. Her story on top of page 3. There's a story behind everything, how a picture got on a wall, how a scar got on your face, how a place got its name. Sometimes the stories are simple, and sometimes they are hard and heartbreaking. But behind all your stories is always your mother's story, because hers is where yours begin. Because of you, without you, there would be no me. I am everything reflected in your eyes. I'm everything approved by your smile. I am everything born of your guidance. I am me only because of you. My father was God and did not know it. He gave me the 10 Commandments, not in thunder, not in fury, not in fire, not in cloud, but rather in gentleness and in love. He added caresses and kind words such as please and you are welcome. I'd like to call on Pat to light our candles this evening.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kichonu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivonu lehadliknen shel Shabbat. One of my favorite traditions here at OME is to take time on Shabbat for people to share good news, and things that happen to them that they have gratitude for. So, if anyone has anything to share this evening.
Well, yeah. You and I got to meet with and had a fabulous afternoon at the Science Museum with our nephew and his 2 little boys and their wife. And it was just a really fun whole afternoon. And they're here from Ohio, so we don't get to see them more than once a year. Sometimes not that often.
Yeah. Was it?
And she's expecting a 3rd one in May.
I came back this week from visiting my dad, who's 98 years old.
100?
98.
98. Wonderful. Ron?
And I had a cousin who turned 98 this week.
A lot of good genes in the congregation. A lot of people who are going to be here for a long time, I hope. If you'd all join me on page 5 for the Shechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'ehyanu v'kimanu v'higionu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'ehyanu v'kimanu v'higionu lazman hazeh. And if you'd all join me in singing Sholem Aleichem on the bottom of page 5. Sholem Aleichem, Malachei Hashoret, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei Hamalachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Malachei Hasholem, Malachei Hasholem, join me to reading responsively on page 6? For our ancestors, the seventh day was a sign of their covenant with God. They kept it faithfully. When their lives were embittered, Shabbat brought them sweetness. When their lives were peaceful, Shabbat deepened their joy. We speak many words, but few that remind us of the covenant. Let us emerge from this Shabbat, renewed in our quest for wholeness, reawakened to the urgent beauty of being present in a God-filled world. If you'd all join me for the singing of L'chor Dodi on page 7. L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. L'chor Dodi, L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. Shomor v'zochor b'dibo echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem lehiverach b'chidlah. L'chor Dodi, L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. Likrat Shabbat lechut habracha, ki hi makor habracha, v'yirosh b'kedem yeshucha, sof ma'aseh bracha tivlah. L'chor Dodi, L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. Hirori tir'uri, kiva orek l'gori, uri uri shadir beri, kavod Adonai Olor libnot. L'chor Dodi, L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. Now, if you all stand and face the entrance of the synagogue so that we can symbolically welcome Shabbat. Oiv v'shalom, Am v'simcha u'zochara, Tov v'emunei am segula, Bo'ich alo, bo'ich alo. L'chor Dodi, L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. L'chor Dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabola. Okay, please be seated. Long ago, King David said to the community of Israel, Now bless the eternal your God, and the whole congregation blessed the eternal God of their mothers and fathers, and bowed their heads low. Now in the presence of community, in pursuit of the sacred, in gratitude and awe, we too bow before the infinite. Would you please rise for the call to worship the Baruch Hu? Please be seated. As new generations come and go, the world remains largely the same. The sun rises and sets each day. Winds blow according to their set patterns. Seas flow as if following a diagram drawn carefully by God's own steady hand. Every night, constellations assume their positions in the sky, faithfully reminding us that what has been will be again for each generation to enjoy. Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who brings on the evening twilight. Join me in the responsive reading at the top of page 9. Holy is the dignity that is human, sacred the mystery we call divine. Sublime the glory of the heavens above us, sacred the beauty that glows within us. Awesome is the power that rules our being, holy the kinship that makes us one. If you stand for the declaration of our faith, the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael. Shem kavod malchuto le'olam vo'ed. Shem kavod malchuto le'olam vo'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu. Please be seated and join me in chanting the second part of the Shema, Bia Haftarah. Bia Haftarah et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lebavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hoyu hadvorim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al volecha v'shinantam levonecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha ובלכתך ועדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתן להיות על ידך, והיו תותפות בין עיניך, וקשרתן על מזוד ביתך ובאישורך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that everywhere we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. If you would please all join me in the responsive reading on page 11. Precious is the light by which we gaze upon the past, and blessed are the journeys of those who came before us.
Abraham and Sarah left familiar ways, went forth to places they did not know. Moses and Miriam led their people from fear to faith, through a wilderness of doubt.
Blessed is the wisdom of sages and prophets who taught our ancestors the life of holiness.
You shall not oppress a stranger, for you know the stranger's heart.
Let justice well up like water, righteousness like an unfailing stream.
You must not remain indifferent. Love your neighbor as yourself.
Out of violence and brokenness came prayers of healing, a religion of renewal, joy, and compassion.
Through centuries of longing, their hearts in the east when they were in the west, those who came before us prayed, next year in Jerusalem.
Inspired by their journeys of determination and love, may we find our own ways of marching to the promised land. If you'll join me in singing the song that was sung after the parting of the Red Sea, Ami Chamocha, on the top of page 12. More than the Jews have kept the Sabbath has kept the Jews. Please join me in V'shamru on the bottom of page 12. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat v'asot es ha-Shabbat l'dorotam b'ridolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat v'asot es ha-Shabbat l'dorotam b'ridolam. B'nei b'nei Yisrael b'nei Olam b'nei Olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael es ha-Shabbat v'asot es ha-Shabbat l'dorotam b'ridolam. Ki sheikh yovenim oso Adonai, oso Adonai. let's read the reading at the top of page 13 responsively. Our God and God of the generations before us, we long to feel close and connected to you. You are the lasting memory of sages and students, of prophets and priests. We know you today as the voice of kindness within us. We know you also as the constant hope that lives in our heart. You are the sacred presence that connects everything. You are the one who creates and protects all life. As I prepare to pray, I feel like Moses, slow of speech, with a heavy tongue. How can I find the right words to convey the inner longing of my heart? Raw and unpolished stones are the words that first come to mind, but I want to offer you the most beautiful gems, and so I begin with the graceful words of generation past. Would you please rise for the Amidah? Please be seated and take a moment of quiet time for personal prayer or reflection. And now, if you would join me in the singing of Shalom Rav at the bottom of page 15. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim. Yadon melech Adon, Tasim Leolam, Shalom Yisrael Tasim Leolam, Tasim Leolam, Tasim Leolam. Look with compassion upon all thy children, and grant us and all mankind the strength of will, the purity of purpose, to work together in love, in peace and harmony for fulfillment of thy behest. May we all recognize that from thee alone comes the true rest of the heart, that in thee alone is the true peace of the soul. Amen. On page 18, we will sing the Misha Bera. Those in our congregation who are in need of thoughts of healing right now are Alan Akava, Alyssa Freeman, Jonathan Pupas Kern, and Alex Simon. Is there anyone else you'd like to add to the list tonight?
Linda Miller.
Jay Harper, Tim Muller, Steve Barker.
Okay. Would you all join me in the prayer for healing at the top of page 18, Misha Bera. Misha Bera, Avotenu, Mikor HaBracha, Loimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishabela imotenu mekor habracha liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. The Torah portion of Shabbat is Vayechi, Genesis 47:28 to 50:20, the last parashah in Genesis. Jacob knows he's dying, and he makes Joseph swear that he will not bury him in Egypt, but take him back to the cave of the Machpelah in Hebron in Canaan, where Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, Rebekah, and Leah are buried. In Jewish mystical tradition, this is also the entrance to the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve are buried. Egypt is not home, and this is the end of the patriarchal period. Jacob adopts Joseph's sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, saying that they will be like his own sons, and they are counted among the 12 tribes, but Joseph is not. One explanation of this is that this is an homage to Joseph, who not only has been able to remain a Jew all the while he has been in Egypt, but that he has been able to raise up sons worthy of being tribes. When Jacob blesses them, he crosses his hands, and Joseph tries to switch his father's hands. We've seen this before with Jacob and Esau. Joseph may have been so moved by this that later he adopts his own grandchildren. In Genesis 50:23, it says that the children were born upon Joseph's knee. When adopted, the child is placed on his knees. Rabbi Norman Chen emphasizes the Hebrew similarity of Barak, knee, and Baruch, bless. They have a common root, and this may be the reason people bend the knees when saying the Baruch Hu, the plural imperative of to bless, or Baruch, the single imperative of to bless. When Jewish parents bless their children, they wish their daughters to be like the matriarchs, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, but don't bless their sons to be like the patriarchs, but rather like Ephraim and Manasseh. The youngest first, because he will be great, his younger brother greater. The best-known section of this parsha is Jacob's goodbye to his sons. They gather around his deathbed and receive not so much a blessing as an evaluation and prediction of their future. According to Rashi, Jacob wished to reveal what would happen in the future, but the Shekinah, the divine feminine aspect of God, which is considered to be what allowed the prophets to prophesy, departed from him. Still, there's a difference between prophecy and prediction. Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks stated, if a prediction comes true, it has succeeded. If a prophecy has come true, it has failed. Prophecy is a warning. It was 2 weeks ago, I think, that Rabbi Ahuva led a discussion about would we want to know the future, if that was possible. But when talking about the difference between prophecy and prediction, the Unatana Tokaf in the High Holy Days says, on Rosh Hashanah it has written, and on Yom Kippur it is sealed. Then we say, but teshuvah, repentance, tefillah, prayer, and tzedakah, righteousness, avert the severe decree. So this is a major difference between ancient Israel and ancient Greece. We cannot predict the future of human beings. We make the future by our own choices. The Greeks believed in fate. Jacob sees the differences in his sons and recognizes their individuality and both their positive and negative traits. Reuben is the oldest, but he is hasty, so he is disqualified from leadership. One by one, they are evaluated, and Judah is chosen for a sense of morality and is likened to a lion and told his father's sons will bow down to him. Jacob knew that from his children would emerge the future leadership. He is looking at their differences, looking at their individuality. He knew they would need a leader and didn't want conflict over the process, and the results are unity in the midst of diversity and nations out of tribes. We have some announcements today. Leah will.
Let's see, well, Torah study resumes on January 6th and religious school on January 7th, and the Ormi Book Club, it's going to be in person and in Zoom. It's a great book. I read it, have finished it. The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. And then there's going to be Jewish meditation in person and Zoom on January 12th. So I saved the best for last, which of course is the New Year's Eve party. So I wrote enough notes, so Laura, if I forget to say something, you let me know. First of all, we're going to have security for the times. Well, the doors open at 7. The event is advertised from 7:30 to 10, but the doors will open at 7 o'clock. And we have a renowned caterer, which is our own Joel Moses. And Richmond's own Turf Fire, which is Scottish, Irish, and American folk music. And Marcy Horowitz, who many of you know, was a founding member, so we want to honor her memory. Okay. So, okay, we'll get to that. Okay, so to let you have, it is now 8:10. You have until midnight if you want to only pay $35. We extended the time for the $35. After that, if you don't sign up by midnight, you sign up tomorrow, Sunday, or at the door, it will be $45. And that gets you a drink, a beverage, and a plate of lovely hors d'oeuvres. And then you can, if you want more beverages, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, or another plate of food, then you would pay extra for that. And we have incredible baskets. We have, I think, 10 put together by either members of the congregation or the different committees, and they are fantastic. And Lori they're all going to be in these lovely bags so you can see, but she also has a list, and it will list every item that is in there, so you don't have to worry about, being able to see everything. And it will give the monetary value and then the starting value for the bidding. And we hope that a lot of people will be, because there are some great things, ranging from food to tickets to DVDs to all kinds of fantastic things. We also will be having a 50-50 raffle. And like we said, it's from 7:30 to 10, so you can get home in time to either continue celebrating or go to sleep, whatever you do. And I also want to thank people ahead of time for those who are coming at 1 o'clock on Sunday to help us set up, those who will be here helping during the event, and those who hopefully will stay afterwards to help us clean up. Did I cover everything? No, I didn't. What did I forget? God, I thought I had everything. I forgot something. See, I made my list. I thought I had everything.
Now, I just wanted to say that we're not quite organized yet, but if anybody here wants a sneak preview of the baskets, they're in the back. You know, you can look at them, see them, a sneak preview tonight. And New Year's Eve is a big deal here at ORME. Laurie has done a fantastic job of organizing it this year. I've done it in the past. It's a lot of work, and we have a good time. We've done this for years, and we have a good time, and the food is good, the music is good, and so we encourage everybody that can to come. You know, it's cheap.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
It's
Where else
New
can you go
Year's
New
Eve
Year's Eve for $35, right? With live entertainment
And you
food
can, if you want to go somewhere else to another party, you'll be out of here by 10 o'clock,
See,
and we can promise you that.
Ron?
Well, you know, if not, you can come back the next day.
Do you know how many people are signed up so far?
About between 50 and 60.
Oh, good.
57. Yes, and we would like to fill this place up. We have 12 tables. We can put 8 people at a table. We'd like to have people in every seat. So please come and join us. It's a good time. And, you know, we worked hard on this. There were 14, I counted, there were 14 people that worked from this congregation, and that didn't include the people, the committees that put the baskets together. So this is a big deal. So we want everybody to come.
We've got tickets to the Richmond Ballet and restaurant gift cards and.
Yeah, we do. You know, we've got some wonderful baskets. We've got, like I said, Richmond gift, we've got tickets to Virginia Rep for their summer theater musical. We've got ballet tickets. We have got restaurant cards. We've got jewelry. We've got wine. We've got coffee. Go look.
Thank you. Okay. Please rise for the Elenu. Please be seated. Imagine a beautiful mountain stream, pure and clear, full of freshness and power. It descends from the highest peaks, flowing down to water the floor of the valley. So it is with the souls of those who came before us. The beauty of their lives still flows down to their descendants, renewing our will, restoring our faith, giving us the power to act as they did, inspiring us to reach higher, to grow in strength, in courage, and in generosity. And so we are taught, each of us is obligated to say, when will my deeds reach the level of the deeds of my ancestors? Let us cherish what we've learned from beloved family, friends, and teachers. Their memory comes to us as an inheritance, an ever-flowing stream of goodness and blessing. Let us drink deep and remember. This Shabbat, we observe the yahrzeit of Sarah Abaya, Roberta Davis, Marjorie Freeman, Robert Gould, Florence Kochen Hansel, Rosa Lux, my grandmother, Irving Markowitz, Owen Nelson, Ronald Preville, Wally Rosen, Jacob Seiden, Lester Seiden, Len Tandlish, John Cyril Tomko, and Theodore Woodman. Does anyone else have? Yes, Ron?
Edie Block. David B. Kaufman.
Okay. May their memories be a blessing. Will you all rise and join me in the Mourner's Kaddish? Yizkadal v'yizkadash shemei rabor, v'yomor divor, divor yikur yiztah. V'yachon uv'yomechon ufraye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agolo v'zman kori v'imu amen. Yehei shmei rabor mevorak le'olam olei mayo. Yisborak v'yishtabach, v'yispar v'yiskomam v'yisnaseh. V'yisadar v'yisaleh v'yisalal shemei dekudishah b'richu. Ve'elom min kol b'chasa v'shuasa. Tush b'chata v'sivata. Damiron v'yomar v'imu amen. Yehei shlom rabba mi shemayo. V'chayim oleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imu amen. Osei shalom b'mamav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Oleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imu amen. We'll conclude by singing Eli, Eli, and at the conclusion of Eli, Eli, if you'll put your services on the table and then join me in the back for Kiddush and Motzi. And Ron Friedman has baked another challah for us for Shabbat. And this one, is this the garlic?
Garlic and everything bagel.
Okay, it's garlic and everything bagel topping. So Ron has once again shown his creativity at the oven. If you'll join me for Hannah Senish's poem, Eli, Eli. Shabbat Shalom. And please join me in the back for Kiddush and Motzi.
You can eat all the food and drink from the second tier